Welcome back to my channel. It's morning now. I woke up not a long time ago. I'm chilling out here at home. Later maybe I will do some training and then I will go to work, and I hope to enjoy the evening as I usually do here in Siberia. So why I decided to make this video? Well, first is because outside it's still cold and not comfortable to make video outside. I promise I will do it as soon as the weather will be better. But for now, I'm gonna tell you, or better, I'm gonna answer to one of the questions that I hear, I don't know, at least once per day from people everywhere, like foreigners or especially here Russian people. Why you wanna live in Siberia? You know, usually most of the people that decide to move to another place, they do it for two main reasons. One, the first one is work. So they find a job, they find a good opportunity for work, so they just move to that place because of that. And the second usually is love. I mean, they found a girl with whom they fall in love, and so they decide to move to stay close to this person. Well, this is not my story. Actually, in general, I came to Russia just because of Russia, and especially here in Siberia, people are the main reason why I'm here. What does it mean? It means that for me here people are more friendly, more open, and always ready to help you whenever you need. And this makes me feel very comfortable here. Of course, not everything is good here. I'm gonna talk today about pluses and minuses about this region, and but this is for me the biggest plus of this region of Siberia. In some way, I think it's kind of unique, this place, because it's really far from any other country. We are in the middle, in the heart of Siberia, but even in the heart of Russia. And this makes this place very unique. And it's connected just in part because of the distance, in part because of the weather. So the weather is also a reason why I'm here. I mean, a lot of people say, why you come here? I mean, you come from Italy, there is sun, there is the sea, and etc., etc. Okay, yes, but this is not me. I mean, this is not what I need. Actually, I learned how to love frost here in Russia, and I even more like here in Siberia because it's very dry. And for me, dryness is even more important than the temperature. I mean, if it's cold or hot. When it's dry, I feel myself very, very comfortable. So, for example, during these days, usually in February, it's my favorite weather because it's still cold, but you usually have sun every day. You have sun, and there is no wind. Rarely blows wind here in Siberia, here in Novosibirsk. So I really like this. And even in summer, okay, summer is not very long. And in some way it's good. It can be really hot here. It can be really hot, but still it's dry. That means if you just go under the shadow, you are comfortable. You do not sweat like I usually do when I'm living in Italy all year. Okay, not in the winter, but in the winter you just get frozen because it's so humid. So the weather is also very important. But back to the main reason why I'm here, people. You know, I experienced in my life that people and place, they influence each other. So what does it mean? That even foreigners that I met here, they are, at the average, they are better than foreigners that I met in other places around the world. Or maybe, I mean, in places where I lived. Even, I mean, I prefer to meet foreigners here in Siberia than not in Italy, for example. I enjoy more their company because in some way when you live in a place you start to live like the citizens of the city. I mean the people that grew up, born and grew up here. So yeah, in general I would think that I really enjoy my time with people here, and that's the main reason, really the main reason that makes me feel comfortable living here. That doesn't mean that everything is perfect, absolutely, but this is really one good thing about this place. So another thing about, you know, I don't know how to say if it's plus or minus, and that people here are in some way crazy. What does it mean, crazy? Well, you know, I learned so far, I just learned so far that here people change their mind very quickly. At the beginning, it stressed me out, I would say, because, you know, you can make plane from, like, in a long shot. I realized that usually here the average for reliability of people, it's 4 hours. After 4 hours, they change their mind. So, I mean, not always they change their mind, but you have very high possibility that they will change their mind. So you have to organize your time every 4 hours. At the beginning it was stressful, but now that I get used to it, actually it's not that bad, because it gives you a lot of free time, and you always can do something. I mean, change completely. I mean, your programs, whatever you are going to do, because of that. And it's not a problem for everybody. I mean, just because they are used to it. So even at work, it's the same. At university, the same. I mean, they usually do this. And now that I got used to it, actually it's not that bad. I mean, I like it. Another thing that I really like is now I'm doing what I like. I'm doing what I like here. I enjoy my life. I mean, in my job, for example, I still have to build up like deeply relationship, but this is just a matter of time, because you cannot have good friends in few time. I mean, in very short times. Now I'm here like for 4 months and a half, and it takes time. I have a lot of acquaintances, a lot, really. So I can always try to find someone to hanging out, but for friendships it takes time. So that's what I mostly mean, mostly miss now. I mean, affection in general, because of course I'm alone here. And so these things, I mean, the fact that people here are crazy, in some way it's good. It could be bad, and it could be good, because sometimes really you can really have fun. You can really have fun if you just get used to it. So it's a plus and minus at the same time. Depends the way you just approach to it. And now let's face like the negative sides. Well, there are two biggest negative sides about this place, especially about Novosibirsk. You know, Novosibirsk, it's a very young city. It has, if I'm not wrong, like 120 years, which means that it was built up very quickly, and it doesn't have a long story. So there is no scheme, there are no rules in building up facilities here. So it's like random buildings built up everywhere, and so the architecture, it's awful. I mean, on my point of view, it's not a nice city to look at. I mean, if you're a tourist, for example, and you come from Novosibirsk, I think you wouldn't like it. If you are looking for something to see, okay, there are some very few spots that are like represent this like the history of Siberia and in general Russia, but the city itself is not nice at all. Not nice at all. The second biggest problem for me is pollution. This city is really polluted. Okay, maybe it's not the most polluted city in the world for sure, but it's one of the most polluted cities I have ever been to. I can, for example, compare with Zaporozhye in Ukraine. That's also very polluted city. But you know what? In both city, I mean, here in Novosibirsk, I already told you, and there when I was in Zaporozhye in Ukraine, I had very good experience with people. I don't know why, it seems like for me that pollution changed something in a good way in the DNA of the people. So they are usually better. I don't know why, or maybe I was just lucky in both situations. So yeah, here we have a very big problems with pollution. And you feel it, really feel it. Sometimes there are a lot of people that just goes around with masks because of pollution, and especially when it comes, it will be in summer or when the weather will be better. Because now with the snow and ice, usually the pollution you feel it less, but it's going to be worse by the time that we will be close to spring and then summer. So yes, that's so far. I mean, the reason I want just to tell you the reason why I'm here. You know, yeah, there is one more thing that I wanted to tell you, that it's connected with the, you know, the thing that this place is isolated from the rest of the world. It's far from Western mentality, far, I would say, like globalization in some way, like that in our country, in Western country, the society, or who control the society, try to make us all the same, to uniform all the people. And this is something that I was running from when I moved to Kazan for the first time, and when actually I came here later. In some way, I'm glad that in 2018 Novosibirsk will now be part of the football championship, because I think that when this kind of big international events occurs to a city, they make it more international and more tied up to like international mentality, which is something that I don't like. I told you before that for me it's really important that a place is unique, and I think that still Siberia is in its own way very unique, and really I like it. So I hope I'm going to enjoy more. I want to stay here longer and try just to adapt myself a bit more, because I'm still not enough Russificated, which is something that will make me feel completely comfortable in this part of the world, and especially with Russian people, to make with them better acquaintances and make maybe friendship too. But for now, yes, I really think I really feel comfortable, and I'm enjoying life here. So far that's the story. If you have any other question, I hope I actually answered to the main question, why I came up here. If you have any other question, just write it in the comments. And see you for other videos, and don't forget to subscribe especially. Bye bye, see you.